Hey everybody, Tony from Destination Pro Wrestling, and today we're going to talk about everything you need to know about All Elite Wrestling. Now, in today's video, I'm going to ask that you guys sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if you guys want, you can leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down, but I would prefer a thumbs up because I would appreciate it if you guys just hooked me up with a little bit of support. And if you guys are new here, click that subscribe button because we're going to bring you guys daily pro wrestling coverage. Now, if you guys have been living under a rock, All Elite Wrestling is a new wrestling promotion started by Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. Now, this is actually a really big deal because this is a pro wrestling promotion that is being backed by the Khan family, who owns Jacksonville Jaguars of the NFL as well as Fulham Football Club. Now, this is a big deal because they're billionaires, and we know last time WWE competed with a billionaire-backed pro wrestling company, it really forced WWE to come out with some incredible content, and that's pretty much exactly what we're hoping for here. But with that being said, Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks made some incredible announcements today at the press conference, and these are some things that you need to know about All Elite Pro Wrestling. Number one, Cody Rhodes promises to change the economy of pro wrestling, and how they're going to do this is by opening up that checkbook, writing out some very big checks, and offering their superstars packages that make sense for them. Now, one thing that Tony Khan alluded to at the end of the press conference, he was doing interviews with media. Tony Khan, one of the investors, one of the owners of AEW, and he actually serves as the president as well. He has come out and said that they are looking at offering health compensation packages for their athletes that are on a full-time basis. Not only the athletes, but other employees as well. And he feels like this would be a really good idea because he genuinely just wants to take care of the superstars. Now, I want to take a break really quick from this, and I just want to let you guys know a little bit of a background from Tony Khan. Not only is he absolutely rich, but he's absolutely a huge fan of pro wrestling, and now it makes sense. For him, he feels like with his interest in pro wrestling, on top of that, he's got the right minds, the right athletes, the right people together. He feels like this could be a good business, and I think we're starting to see that when he answers these questions about the compensation packages. The reason why this matters is because compensation packages are very rare in the pro wrestling world, where these packages include healthcare. Now, healthcare is important because, well, you're expecting a lot of demand from these superstars in the ring, but you don't want them to become unhealthy, you don't want them to be hurtful, and you don't want them to be in a situation where they cannot afford to live their life and then also take care of their body and get treated right for pro wrestling. So this is something that Tony Khan aims to produce for the roster of AEW, but he also alluded to some other things that you guys should also know. When he was talking about health compensation packages, he was talking more specifically about the full-time and active employees of AEW. So he's not talking about compensating a part-time pro wrestler who's not wrestling all the time, but instead he feels like more packages would be favorable to superstars that are there constantly working for the promotion. This is huge. This is something that's never really been done in the industry. This is something that could really change the landscape. And if you're offering healthcare packages along with big checks, honestly, you might have a good way to recruit superstars, not only from WWE and New Japan, but guys from Impact and ROH who may not be receiving that sort of luxury. They might very well consider signing with All Elite Wrestling. Now, this move specifically can put some promotions out of business, so keep that in mind. Healthcare is truly important. A lot of guys will be interested in this type of thing, and when we learn more about this too, we'll bring you guys some updates in another video at another time. Another thing that Cody says that you should know about All Elite Wrestling, and I feel like a lot of pro wrestling companies actually say this, but unfortunately it kind of gets lost in translation. Cody Rhodes says that wins and losses will actually matter in All Elite Wrestling. Now, if you guys watch WWE, Jinder Mahal became a WWE champion after losing so much, and even though I was actually a really big fan of his reign, I know you guys will probably hate me right there, but I was a big fan of his reign, and the reason for that is because he looked the part. Now, this is very interesting because Cody Rhodes realizes on a creative level, you're going to have to be very careful on who you start booking to be your top guys right off the bat, because if wins and losses matter, you don't want some guys to be losing all the time only for them to start winning. I mean, realistically, guys, this is important. This is what's going to determine your creative, and this is what's going to determine which guys will rise to the top very soon. Another thing you guys should know about All Elite Pro Wrestling is that AEW has a partnership with OWE. Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks are very happy about this decision because they want to highlight talent from all around the world, and this partnership with the China Pro Wrestling Company is going to allow them to bring superstars from China that have really great skills, and it's going to allow them to come to America and get the spotlight they deserve. Now, the reason why I like this is because All Elite Wrestling is going to give opportunities to those who may not have had an opportunity before, and this is something that could get really exciting because a lot of people probably don't watch wrestling in China unless you live in China, and China is one of the more expanding markets. There's very few Chinese athletes in the WWE, let alone any other pro wrestling major North American company. So this is a big deal. This is a first sign of multiple working relationships. Obviously, we'll see what happens here. For those who don't know, May 25th, Double or Nothing, which is essentially All In 2 being rebranded, that is going to be taking place in Las Vegas MGM Grand. So this is going to be a really big deal. The reason why you're going to love this is because StarCast 2 is also confirmed, which means there's going to be travel packages, promo packages, ticket promos, group packages, all that good stuff. It's going to be available for sale, and you guys could check that out. There's going to be some links in the description as well. No, I'm not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor me, I absolutely will take it. So one thing I really want to highlight in this video, and I thought this was a truly incredible, important thing that you guys should know about AEW. Without it being confirmed, AEW must have some sort of working relationships with other companies. There's superstars that will be competing in AEW, which also have deals at other pro wrestling companies. We don't have any confirmation as to whether these companies are working with AEW. But MJF, who is an MLW superstar, will also be signed to AEW. We did a video talking about Chris Jericho and MJF and some of the other roster members. So I'm going to throw that link in the description. There's going to be a little bit of a card somewhere on the video. You guys could click that, check out the video, and tell me what you guys think, because these signings are a pretty big deal. But I like this because I like the idea of working relationships if they make sense. I know Impact Wrestling is interested. I know some other companies are interested as well, but they haven't confirmed or denied all of these alleged, work relationships. So, with that being said, AEW could potentially be working with some of these other promotions. We just don't know which ones for sure. One thing we don't know for a fact is a TV deal. So if you guys were interested about a TV deal, we don't know anything yet. There is rumors that they could be signing a deal with TNT for 8 years. The idea is Tony Khan and his father have some really good, serious friends out there at TNT. And the idea may be that they're trying to bring them together to get their show on TNT, which is definitely really, really interesting. And if I'm WWE, I would be kind of scared because TNT is a big, big network. And oh, man, I don't know. It's just like Impact just signed with Pursuit, ROH, who knows what freaking TV deal they have. And the rumors for AEW immediately are TNT, which, yeah, that's going to be really interesting. So there is no TV deal confirmed, but the rumor is they will be signing with TNT, and they will probably announce this at their May 25th show in Las Vegas. Hopefully we get some more information on that. And if we do, of course, I'll bring you guys an update. And then one thing I want to also take a look at, guys, I'm going to throw a video clip in just a moment, but Brandi Rhodes spoke about the women's division. It was confirmed they will have a women's division. It was confirmed that they did sign Britt Baker to a full-time offer. And with that being said, one thing that Brandi Rhodes spoke about was women getting equal pay. So I want you guys to watch this clip and let me know what you guys think right after.
But I do want to say, to echo something Cody said earlier, we care about our women. They are top talent, so they will be paid equally. There's no sliding scale.
So that's a really interesting clip coming from Brandi Rhodes, but I'm all about it. Equal pay in wrestling, especially for the women, it definitely makes sense. And, you know, honestly, AEW has potential here to really get people talking about women's wrestling, because right now if you're watching Impact, if you're watching ROH, if you're watching WWE, the women's division is definitely kicking ass. And of course, there's some other promotions out there that specifically only highlight the females in their show. So this is a big move for AEW. One thing you guys should know is they are looking to pay men and women equally. We'll see what that turns out to be in the future once we get more details. And guys, we do have confirmation as well that there will be a World Heavyweight Championship of some sort. And this will be really interesting. We don't know what it looks like, so I will bring you guys that update once we get it. But it looks like Pac, also known as Neville from WWE, will be competing against Hangman Page for this world title. This is what was teased at the rally itself, and we will kind of get an idea to what they're going to do with that. Now, if you guys didn't know, Chris Jericho did sign with AEW, so we do know that's happening. We do know that there is potential big moves, and we do have an idea that Kenny Omega will be with AEW. So this is going to be a really interesting time. Guys, I want to know what you think in the comment section down below. My name is Tony from Destination Pro Wrestling. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys soon.
You have reached your destination.